don't hear again, over there, everywhere, all over the place, but as I said, right here, part 2, in this very interesting conversation with the Apostle Leroy Scantlebury. Now, Apostle.
Yes, sir.
I have here, as I said, I get queries all over during the week from what we do. One guy here, well, a lady actually, she is talking about, she doesn't want to be named. You know, you made a point about that the high-end areas don't complain about no water. And she never realized that till we actually mentioned it.
Okay.
And she said that's a good point. Because she doesn't see, she lives near a high-end area. She never sees the water, you know, these trucks that have the water going up in there.
You don't see the tanks?
No.
Okay.
But they have lawns over there and the sprinklers are always going.
There we go.
And just on the other side, the water is off.
It's a heavy demand for water consumption in Barbados right now. In regards to 10 years ago, 20 years ago, there are many more houses in Barbados, very large properties, very high-end properties that demands a very high usage, and obviously that's where the water authority makes the bulk of their money. The hotels, the high-end properties, the high-end areas.
Yeah, but the point that you were, and it was a very salient point.
Yes, sir.
But those are not the people.
They're not the people who are complaining.
Who are complaining.
Yeah, those are the people who need to be taken care of. Okay? So therefore you see a case where your citizens are neglected, and while people who are here in Barbados for 3, 4, 5 months a year, they're very well taken care of.
Yeah. Well, even I myself, until you made that point, was not even aware of this high-end these areas, because I figured that they had no water as well.
Okay.
Right? But until you made that point, you see the apostle always brings up a good point.
That's not the case, yeah.
That I now know that that's not the case, right? One other guy, this is Patsy. She lives in Brooklyn actually.
Mm-hmm.
Now Patsy wants to know why. Okay, they have 36 because the opposition guy is the same thing. Although he was on their side, he went over the other side. I spoke about that if you actually stand up and do something, they don't have to change it. She thought that was a very good point because she was referring to the biosphere.
Okay.
And she agreed with me that you have to have the guts to do it. And she gave absolute praise to that lady who protested in Bridgetown.
Yes, sir.
And by the way, I don't think anything has been done yet because it was promised to fix that lady, but as far as I know, it's not been done yet. It's just talk. It's just talk. Right? Another guy, this is Victor from Mount Stanford. Now Victor said that I've been calling the two ministers and the ministers transport idiots. Right? Now that's not derogatory because they are idiots, as far as I'm concerned. Right? And I know them. I know them both. Actually, one is my friend. He's still an idiot. He was junior to me at school. He was an idiot then, and he's an idiot now. Okay? And I make no, and I apologize to no one. Okay? And if I see him tomorrow, we're still gonna have a chat, and he knows that I know that I think that he's an idiot. So that will answer you. Now, in the north, okay, one other person, this is Sharon, right? Sharon lives in Oystons. She was very, well, what shall I say, full of praise. The topic that we made about the climate, that the actual conditions of the people and how they're feeling that affects the climate.
That's true.
She did some investigation on that, right? In fact,
it's called mass consciousness.
Okay, yeah. I actually had a talk with I ran into Dennis Kellerman,
right,
and he said that he mentioned that same thing on one of the calling shows years ago,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Something with nitrogen and oxygen and all that.
Correct.
That's what he was
Mass
saying,
consciousness, yeah.
right? And this same Sharon, she does an investigation on YouTube or whatever,
Yeah.
and she found that what we were saying was right.
Yeah. Well, as I said, as a spiritual leader, those are things that we know to be a part of the what we call the cosmic structure. Okay, because we live in a solar system that is a part of a galaxy that is a part of the universe.
Before you continue, she wants you to delve into it some more because I know that she's watching me now. She's tapping into that.
Okay. Well, before I go into this, and just remember that there's something I want to share tonight before we close about levels and about how people are viewed internationally by certain elite societies. Okay, but to answer your question about this, the climatic conditions are controlled by movement, the movement of our galaxy, which is the Milky Way galaxy. We live in our solar system is actually in a band of that galaxy. Okay? That galaxy is moving through space. So what we experience is within a year's period, it is how far the galaxy has moved into interstellar space. So in 365 days, the galaxy itself has moved. Not only the galaxy has moved, but the Earth itself has moved. The sun has moved. Our whole solar system has moved. Okay? And the problem is on lower levels, which is why the wise man said, "Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways
And
be wise." In other words, you check out how an ant colony operates. An ant colony has a queen. That queen gives off what we call pheromones that controls the 6 levels of ants in that colony. Everything is controlled by one source. So she gives off what is called pheromones. It's just like in the
Energy.
Yeah. And they pick it up. Now, if there's external, you'll see those worker bees, those worker ants outside. Okay? You trouble that nest, then you'll see the bigger ants with the claws come out. If you trouble it further, you'll see ones with the wings come out. Because they have a system of operation. Now, like that in the earth realm, when people, especially in a small developing state like Barbados, when you have the majority of the population going through stress, under pressure, unemployed, crime, violence, unhappiness, murder, robbery. Okay? When you have that level of consciousness coupled with fear and panic, it interferes. Those levels comes together in the upper atmospheric regions, and it interferes with the chemical composition within the upper regions. Okay? So therefore, when you have a drought, you can double check that the majority of people in Barbados are broke. So as the people goes, so is your climatic condition. If you watch how the canes are growing right now, same land, but watch the canes are hardly producing. The ground is hardly producing. It's because of what's going on in people. People are giving off thought vibration. And as those thought vibrations come together, they create storm levels. And in the upper regions now, things are displaced. So that clouds that would normally bring rain are rejected. They're repelled. It's like two magnetic poles coming together. A north pole and a north pole will repel each other. That's what's happening.
So would this account for things like earthquakes and so on?
It accounts for things like earthquakes,
typhoons and cyclones and that sort of thing?
Exactly. And you will see where those things usually happen in
nations. In depressed areas.
Nations where countries, people are very poor, they are hurt. People have, and like Barbados right now, one of the things I've seen happen is that people are being reduced to being beggars. It's a very dangerous thing in Barbados right now. And it's because of successive governments not doing enough to move the people forward. We're not talking moving the country. We're talking about moving the people forward.
Well, that's a song you always sing.
Yes, sir.
Moving the people forward,
Moving the people forward.
not the country.
Yes.
You always say that, right? Which brings me back to our quote, which I will end at Thomas Jefferson. I will end at tonight when the time comes, right? Where the people fear the government, there's
where the government fears
the people, there's
liberty.
But where the people fear the government,
there's tyranny.
There's tyranny.
Okay, now let me say this before I come back to you. I love history, and I've studied a lot, probably not as much as I should, but I've studied a lot of history. You know, when I see things that I think are interesting, it affects my thinking. For instance, most Barbadians don't know that certain hierarchies across the world, people try to get into those levels so they can get away from being labeled.
From being
labeled.
Labeled, yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
Now, once you are labeled, okay, once you are labeled, there's a certain way that you're supposed to be treated. Okay? Now, the British monarchy, for instance, once you are not a member of what we call the kingdom, the OBEs,
the emperor, the empire.
The empire, yeah. Okay? You are labeled as a commoner.
Yes, yeah.
Okay? We have to understand that. As long as you don't have a title or a lettering along your name that lifts you into a certain standard, then you are labeled.
Like a duke or an earl or
Exactly.
something like that.
Or sir.
Sir.
You're knighted. Okay?
Or in some cases in India, an untouchable.
Right. So in that level now, if you're not in that, you are a commoner. So what most people don't understand, when we elect governments, they become our leaders, they become our present government, based on the system of hierarchy. They don't have to do anything for us. And this is one of the illusions of government, that a government will take care of its people. They will not, because of the system that exists.
They take care of themselves.
They'll take care of themselves. They'll take care of those who
Who are
take care of the queen. Now, this will lead us to a very important nursery rhyme. And you know, I always try to explain things.
Yes.
Okay? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
All the king's horses.
Hold on. All the king's horses and all the king's men could not put Humpty Dumpty together again. Humpty Dumpty is the economic system. The economic system has fallen. The king's horses, okay, those who protect the queen, the king, and the king's men, those who are part of the empire, has been trying to put Humpty Dumpty together again, and it has not been working. This is one of the reasons why people on the lower echelon of society struggle. And they don't struggle because they should struggle. They struggle because there's a hierarchy system that makes them struggle.
Apostle,
Yes, sir.
as usual, the time runs swiftly when the apostle is here, right? But I will leave you with this, and I shall reiterate. When the government, when the people fear the government,
When the government fears
the people,
there is
liberty. But when the people fear the government,
There's tyranny.
there's tyranny. And with that, M.M Out Here saying, here, there, everywhere, but right now, I'm gone. Thank you, sir.
Pleasure.
Let's make our eyes ache.
Thank you.
All gone.